GK Jain Schools, a great way to start your child's early education. Dear children, subscribe our school YouTube channel. You can do that immediately by pressing on the subscribe option and also by clicking on the bell button so that whenever videos are uploaded, you will get the notifications. Good evening children, this is Padma from GK Jain Schools. Let us continue with complex numbers from 12th mathematics. So far in the previous classes we have seen exercise 2.8. We have completed till 4th sum, right? So in today's class we are going to move ahead with the next set of sums. Actually the 5th sum, 7th and 8th can be done as homework. Also the 10th sum can be done using the example sums. So let's move on with the 6th sum now. If omega is not equal to 1 is a cube root of unity, show that the roots of the equation z minus 1 the whole cube plus 8 is equal to 0. So we were given an equation and we are asked to find that the roots of this particular equation are minus 1, 1 minus 2 omega and 1 minus 2 omega square. Now let's move on to the sum, children. The given equation is z minus 1 the whole cube plus 8 is equal to 0. So I am going to write it as z minus 1 the whole cube is equal to plus 8. When it will go to the other side it will become minus 8. And then shall I write it as 8 into minus 1? And now when I am going to take this cube to the other side, that is taking the cube root, what will happen? Z minus 1 is equal to 8 power 1 by 3 minus 1 the whole power 1 by 3. And 8 power 1 by 3 is nothing but cube root of 8 and it is nothing but 2. So I have written it to be 2. And here we know that minus 1, z is equal to minus 1 can be written as cos pi plus I sin pi. Because obviously cos pi is minus 1 and sin pi will become 0. So 0 into I also will become 0. So you can write minus 1. Whenever you are having minus 1, we had seen this in the previous sums also. Whenever you are having minus 1, you can write it in the complex form as cos pi plus I sin pi. So this becomes z minus 1 is equal to 2 into cos pi plus I sin pi. So this sum is very different sum. Usually we will have only z in the LHS. See here we are having a attachment like minus 1 also. So z minus 1 is equal to 2 into, now what will happen to this 1 by 3? Again De Moivre's theorem. Cos theta plus I sin theta the whole power n can be written as cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So obviously this 1 by 3 has to be brought near the argument. Before that we have to add 2k pi to the argument. So adding 2k pi, cos 2k pi plus pi plus I sin 2k pi plus pi the whole power 1 by 3. And then by De Moivre's theorem, when I am going to bring this 1 by 3 to the argument, this becomes z minus 1 is equal to 2 into cos 2k pi plus 1 into pi by 3. I am just taking the 2k pi plus 1 outside because I am having pi in both the terms, plus I sin 2k pi plus 1 into pi by 3. Now this is like our general term, children. This is going to be our general term. As usual, k will be taking values as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. First let us substitute for 0. Okay, so this is very important 5 marks sum, children, and frequently asked also. So z minus 1 is equal to 2 into, when k becomes 0, what happens to this 2k? It will become 0. But 0 plus 1 is 1. So 1 into pi by 3 remains to be pi by 3. So we will have z minus 1 is equal to 2 into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Now what is pi by 3, children? It is 180 by 3. 180 by 3 is nothing but 60 degree. And what is cos 60 and what is sin 60? It is 1 by 2 and root 3 by 2. Just substitute it. So finally we are having it to be z minus 1 is equal to 2 into 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Obviously this 2 and these 2 will get cancelled because it's common LCM. So we are having z minus 1 is equal to 1 plus I root 3. Now comes the important part of the derivation. See, we all know that in the previous example sum, we derived the value of omega, right? And omega square also. You all remember that? Omega turns out to be minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 and omega square was minus 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. Now consider this, no children, consider this. Omega square is equal to minus 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. Shall I take this minus sign outside? So this becomes minus into 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 is equal to omega square. Next what I will do, I will take this minus sign to the other side. Other side means I am going to multiply by minus on both sides. Okay, when I am going to multiply minus on both sides, this minus into minus will become plus, whereas omega square will get a minus. So what happens here? This becomes 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 is equal to minus omega square. Again, if it is 2 is going to be the LCM, this becomes 1 plus I root 3 by 2 is equal to minus omega square. So this 2 will go to the other side and it is nothing but 1 plus I root 3 is equal to minus 2 omega square. So in the place of z minus 1, Do you all remember this one? Z minus 1 is equal to 1 plus I root 3. I'll substitute what is 1 plus I root 3, that is minus 2 omega square. I'll substitute. Then I'll take this minus 1 to the other side, which gets me the root as Z is equal to 1 minus 2 omega square. So we have got the one root. Now we'll go ahead with the substitution of k as 1. When I'm going to substitute k as 1, my expression, general expression becomes z minus 1 is equal to 2 into cos 2k plus 1. So 2 into k is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 pi by 3 plus I sin 3 pi by 3. 3 gets cancelled, 3 gets cancelled. So again it is cos pi plus I sin pi. I sin pi is 0, 0 into I is 0. So cos pi is minus 1. So I am getting it to be z is equal to minus 2 plus 1 and z is equal to minus 1. We got the other root also. Now we'll go ahead with substituting k as 2. So z minus 1 is equal to 2 into 2k, 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So cos 5 pi by 3 plus I sin 5 pi by 3. Now shall I write this 5 pi as 6 pi minus pi by 3? So what happens next, we'll see here. So 6 pi by 3 minus pi by 3, I am just splitting the LCM. Now this 3 and 6 will get cancelled and become as 2. Here also 2. So 2 pi by 3. Now what is 2 pi, children? What is 2 pi? 2 pi is 2 into 180 degree. And what is the 360 degree? And now what is cos of 360 minus theta? That is cos of minus theta. And what is sine of 360 minus theta? That is sine of minus theta. And we also know that cos of minus theta is plus cos theta, whereas sine of minus theta is minus cos theta. So we will get it to be 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. And now if I am going to take the LCM, now these two will get cancelled. So z minus 1 is equal to 1 minus I root 3. Now consider this result, children. Minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 is equal to omega. Take the LCM, bring the 2 this side. So this is minus 1 plus I root 3 is equal to 2 omega. Take the minus outside, which makes it 1 minus I root 3 is equal to 2 omega. Multiply by minus, you will get it to be 1 minus I root 3 is equal to minus 2 omega. Now go back to the equation, this one, substitution. Z minus 1 is equal to 1 minus I root 3. And substitute 1 minus I root 3 as minus 2 omega, which becomes Z minus 1 is equal to minus 2 omega. Z is equal to minus 2 omega plus 1. And Z is equal to 1 minus 2 omega. So we have proved that the equation z minus 1 the whole cube plus 8 is equal to 0 has 3 roots, that is minus 1, 1 minus 2 omega square and 1 minus 2 omega. So this is how we have to do. And the next sum, that is 7th and 8th sum, can be done as homework, children. And the 10th sum also you can do it as homework. Now we'll see the 9th sum. It is also little twisted. See, if z is equal to 2 minus 2i, find the rotation of z by theta radians in the counterclockwise direction about the origin when 3 subdivisions are given. Theta equal to pi by 3, theta equal to 2 pi by 3, theta equal to 3 pi by 2. Now before getting into the subdivision, first let us bring it to the polar form. Z is equal to 2 minus 2i. So 2 minus 2i is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So how will you find the modulus, children? Modulus r is equal to root of x square plus y square. What is your x square here? That is 2. And what is your y? That is minus 2. Square them. You are getting it to be root 8 and r is nothing but 2r2. Now let us go to the argument. Tan alpha is equal to y by x, that is minus 2 by 2. Since it is inside the modulus, you will get it to be plus 1. So if tan alpha is equal to 1, what is alpha, children? It is pi by 4. Now we have to find the quadrant in which it is lying. Obviously 2 minus 2i will be lying in the 4th quadrant and theta takes the value minus alpha. So theta is equal to minus pi by 4. We have got r to be 2 root 2 and theta to be minus pi by 4. Now just substitute, no? So what you will be getting? 2 minus 2i is equal to 2 root 2 cos minus pi by 4 plus I sin minus pi by 4 and 2 root 2. What is cos of minus theta, children? It is plus cos theta and sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So we are getting it to be 2 root 2 into cos pi by 4 minus I sin pi by 4. But here within this the sum doesn't get end. We have to find the rotation of z in the counterclockwise direction. So what we are going to do, we'll do by subdivision wise. Theta is equal to pi by 3. So rotation is given by z into e power I pi by 3. So this is the thing how we have to calculate. So theta takes the value, what radian it is taking? Pi by 3. So substitute pi by 3 and what is the actual thing we got it over here? This is 2 root 2 e power minus pi by 4. So substitute 2 root 2 e power minus I pi by 4 into e power, what is the rotation here? I pi by 3. Now find it, no? So take LCM. If see, base are same, powers can be added. So this becomes 2 root 2 e power minus I pi by 4 plus I pi by 3. Take LCM, it is 4, and here it should be 3, here it should be 4. So minus I 3 pi plus 4 I pi. So 2 root 2 e power I pi by 12. So the rotation of z when theta takes pi by 3 is 2 root 2 e power I pi by 12. Now we'll check out for the second subdivision when theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. Rotation of z is z e power I 2 pi by 3 into what is the actual value we got? E power minus I pi by 4. So base are same, powers is to be added. Now take LCM. Here it will be 3, here it will be 4 2s are 8. So what happens? And the LCM will be 12. So we are having it to be e power 2 root 2 e power minus I 3 pi plus I 8 pi by 12, and here the smaller number is having a negative sign, so you will have it to be I 5 pi by 12. Now the last subdivision when theta is equal to 3 pi by 2, so rotation of z is z e power I 3 pi by 2. So 2 root 2 e power minus I pi by 4 into e power I 3 pi by 2. Base or same, powers is to be added. So I minus I pi by 4 plus I 3 pi by 2. If the LCM will be 4, so if I am going to multiply 2 over here, so 2 into 2 is 4, right? So it will become 6 pi. So I pi and I 6 pi, here it is a minus sign, so we will get it to be 2 root 2 e power I 5 pi by 4. So this is how we have to do, children. This is very important 5 mark sum. Children, we have completed the exercise 2.8. In the previous class we saw about what is called de Moivre's theorem, how to apply it for the sums, and what is finding the nth roots of unity of a complex number, how to apply it in the sums. We saw the example sums. We started the exercise in the previous class, and now today we have completed the exercise also. So within this the whole chapter gets over. So we will be seeing the next chapter in the next class. Thank you, children.